Good afternoon. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. My name is Aracely, and I'm going to share the key points of the investigation of this study case. We're going to talk about the changing of the culture at Jaguar's company. We're going to focus on a lot of details about the industry in the automobile. By the year 1980 and 1990s, there was a very shaped industry for cars, very influenced by Ford. The system was consisted by lines of productions which were very specific. Each employee had tasks and had to do it perfectly until they finished their day. In the 90s, there was a new wave coming from Japan. These new companies from Japan had very different views, and it was very interesting that they were doing the same production with more competitive cost and with very different points of view. How did they start making the switch? They focus on three main topics: the lean production, the culture of taking ownership, and the continuous improvement. These three key points had to be part of all the people involved in the company. They could not be only for the leaders, they had to be from leaders to all the labor workers that would help to improve these ideas, because these ideas were not going to be successful if not everyone was on board. A few steps were implemented to successfully change the culture of all the people. First of all, they had interviews managed by some consulting companies, management, and union leaders. These interviews were to get these employees to talk about what they thought about these ideas, what were the issues they thought they could find, and these were first to identify all these issues and also identify the strengths that the employees already had regarding this new culture. After that, these results were taken into account to manage workshops that were also led by the managers and union leaders to talk about how to improve these differences with employees. And they were encouraged to talk, to give ideas, and to discuss how they would fix or surpass the issues that they were having regarding these new ideas. And let's remember that these ideas were completely revolutionary for them because they had not heard anything like that before. These Most of these people at Jaguar company had already been employed by Ford with the traditional ways of Ford. After all of these talking and interviews, the training officially began. Workshops with new information, techniques, procedures, the regulations they were going to implement, etc. In these trainings, the main targets were summarized this list: the focus on the quality for the service and products given to customers. The customer was the focus of all this quality. Now the point was to deliver luxury cars, and the customer was the target to be compensated. Employees were also encouraged to take accountability and responsibility of their actions, not just to continue following on up orders, but to take account on what they needed, how things should be done, and if they noticed something was wrong, to fix on it. Respect and other good values were also shared. It was very encouraged to have open communication among all employees and leaders. The teamwork was also very important. Without it, none of the other targets would have succeeded. And to have a commitment into adaptability, because this improvement was going to be continuous, and this was not going to be one task to accomplish one time. This was going to be continuously looked for to be improved. One of the conclusions that I can take about all this this case study that I investigated, is that taking ownership is something very important in any area that you're being developed, personal or professional area. And these are the four key points that I think are the most important for taking ownership. Be proactive. Do not wait for issues to come to you or someone to ask you to fix something. If you see something is causing issues, take it before it goes away, because if all of us do that, all processes will flow smoother. Take accountability. If you ever do a mistake, it will happen. Mistakes happen. And instead of avoiding the responsibility or denying this, it's going to be easier just to admit it, learn from it, ask for help, and it will help you to not have these mistakes again. Commit to results. Results are very important. It's not okay to go always extra mile and be later than usual and do the extra. because it is not sustainable long term. But if you're committing to one specific result, it will not hurt if one time you go above than usual. You need to keep in mind what are the most important results that you need to get to have extra efforts that are going to benefit you later on in your career. Keep improving. Always look for ways to grow. People who like to grow are always looking for ways to learn and to improve in their processes or their abilities that they're already practicing. That's all for me. Thank you so much for your attention.